Hello. Stop buying expensive commercial feed. The science behind fermented poultry feed. In this particular video, I'm going to teach you how you can ferment your own poultry feed. First, I'll give you the meaning of fermented feed. When we say fermented feed, many farmers don't know anything about fermented feed. They think that fermented feed is a different pattern of feed you buy from the market. No. This is a process you develop by yourself. I'm going to teach you what fermented feed means, the advantages of fermented feed to your poultry and livestock animals, how to ferment your poultry feed, and the science behind fermentation process in poultry feed. And also tell you how to use organic plant, these two organic plants. This is aloe vera and papaya leaf to add nutrients and boost your poultry feed, at the same time boost your chicken. So watch this video till the end. You're going to get the best from it. Make sure you don't skip any of the tracks because all is coming in one video. Thank you, and watch through. Poultry farmers often struggle with high cost of feed, which can take up to 70 to 80% of your total expenses in farming. What if you could cut this cost while improving digestion, growth, and egg production in your chickens? The answer lies in fermented poultry feed, a scientific, cost-effective, and highly nutritious alternative to conventional feed. Fermentation process enhances the nutrient absorption, boosts gut health, and reduces feed consumption, making it a powerful tool for both small-scale farmers and commercial poultry farmers. In this particular video, we are going to explore how fermentation works, its benefits, and a step-by-step process to make your own fermented poultry feed free, and how to use organic plants to boost your poultry feed and immunity of your birds also. So watch till the end so that you get the best. What is fermented poultry feed? This is what many farmers don't know. Many are asking me, where can I buy fermented poultry feed? I've received many questions from different platforms, comment sections and all for years, but I want to use this particular video to teach you what fermentation means and how you're going to ferment your own poultry feed. You don't buy fermented feed from the market. Fermented poultry feed is regular chicken feed, like this. Regular chicken feed that has been taken into a different process, soaked and allowed to ferment in water using natural lactic acid bacteria. That is, this process breaks down complex nutrients, making them easier for chicken to digest and absorb, and at the same time for them to convert it. Think of it as the yogurt for chicken. The yogurt for chicken. You know what yogurt means. That's how. Now let's discuss the science behind fermentation process. When you soak poultry feed in water, naturally occurring bacteria, beneficial bacteria, not harmful bacteria, like lactobacillus species, begin to break down the anti-nutrients, that is the phytic acid and enzyme inhibitors, making the feed easier for chicken to digest. The vitamins and minerals become more bioavailable for growth of your chicken and better chicken health and production. The protein and carbohydrate is converted into easily. The protein and carbohydrate is converted into easily and more comfortably absorbable amino acids and sugar. This process creates a probiotic-rich, highly digestible, and more nutritious feed for chickens. The science behind fermentation process. When you soak poultry feed in water, naturally occurring beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus species begin to break down the anti-nutritional components of the feed, like the phytic acid, enzyme, and inhibitors, making the feed more easily digestible and more easily convertible by the poultry and livestock animals. The protein and the carbohydrate is converted to easily absorbable amino acids and sugars. The vitamins and minerals becomes more bioavailable for your poultry growth and poultry production. They becomes healthier and richer in nature. This process creates a probiotic-rich, highly digestible, and more nutritious feed for your poultry and livestock animals, most especially the chicken, most especially the broilers that need faster growth. What are the benefits of fermented poultry feed? 1. Cut costs by 20 to 40%. With fermented poultry feed, you cut costs of feeding your poultry animals. Now, what happens is that your poultry chickens eat less and convert more of it, meaning that chickens eat less and absorb more nutrients. It expands its volume, keeping birds fully lengthier. The birds will get feed up always. They are richer. Their body weight will increase in mass, both in mass and height. It improves digestion and gut health. That's advantages. It's packed with probiotic, good bacteria, which balances the gut microbes. It reduces digestive problems like diarrhea, bloating, and green droppings. It boosts growth and egg production for laying birds. Fermentation process unlock essential amino acids for mussel and egg formation. It is higher and richer in calcium and phosphorus. That means it helps to absorb calcium and phosphorus, which leads to stronger egg shells and quality egg drop. It enhances immune system boosting in poultry and livestock animals. The natural lactic acid inhibits harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli. Chickens have fewer infections, less than when you use ordinary feed, and they require less medications when you are using fermented feed. It reduces bad odor and waste. Your poultry house will always look fresh, and even the poultry droppings will hardly smell because you are using fermented poultry feeds. The fermentation process reduces amino levels in chickens' droppings, making poultry houses smell better. Less feed waste. As chickens digest more efficiently, the waste of feed is minimal with fermentation process. Now, the step-by-step guide on how to make fermented poultry feed. I'm going to give you the step. Now, what this is feed. This is starter feed we made for our poultry birds. This feed is not market feed. It's not commercial feed. This is the feed we made. Now, let me tell you what you do. You want to ferment this feed. What you need to do is get a probiotic or enzyme that will activate the fermentation process quickly. Here, you have this EcoBio Boost. This EcoBio Boost is a probiotic. Now, what you need to do is take 1 meal of EcoBio Boost, or use, you can see it. This is EcoBio Boost. Add it to the feed. This will do what? Activate the microbes. Then you want to boost their immunity. Either you blend this, or you pound it with mortar, or you slice it into pieces. But I advise you to pound it very well, or you slice it into smaller units. The best is to pound it. Make sure you use mortar and pestle and pound it, or you slice it into smaller units. Pounding is better. After cutting it, go take it to your blender, blend it to make sure that the juice comes out, or you slice it into smaller units in this nature. After slicing it, the next thing you to do is you add water. Please pound it, then you add enough water. Mix it thoroughly. See it here now. I'm going to mix it now. But then these leaves, pound these leaves also together with the aloe vera. This is papaya leaf. Pound it together with aloe vera and get the juice. Then with the juice, instead of using water, use the juice and mix it thoroughly. After mixing it, you need to cover it well. Cover it very well. It has been mixed here now. Now let me put it here where we can cover it. See it? It has enough water. Make sure it has enough water. Then see it. Make sure it has enough water. At least, if you have 10 kg of feed, use 1 liter of water and add it. Then you cover it for up to 24 hours. Allow it to reach up to 24 hours. But you want to boost the immunity of your poultry, because allow it for 4 days. Cover it for 4 days before you open it and serve to your poultry. What you need for the fermentation process is clean water. Unchlorinated water is best. Don't use water that has chlorine, please. Then use a bucket, a small bucket that has cover. It's very important. It's very important to use bucket that has cover. Then probiotic starter. That is, either you use yogurt or apple cider vinegar or any probiotic is good. This will help to culture the feed. Prepare the feed. Add 1 to 2 kg of poultry feed, either grain, mash, or pellets. Even if you are using commercial feed, you can still ferment your commercial feed. Buy the same commercial feed. Is it 10 kg? You want to give them at a time. You now pour it in a very big bucket, with cover. Pour it there. Add all these ingredients I mentioned, either yogurt or this Eco Bio Booster. You see it here. Eco Bio Booster. Or you use yeast. Then you want to boost their immunity. This papaya leaf, blend it properly together with aloe vera. Pound it and extract the juice. Use the juice as the water. The water you use to extract the juice is what you now add. Make sure you have enough water in it. Then cover it with the bucket. Allow it to stay for 3 to 4 days, depending on, because of this papaya leaf and aloe vera, for them to be well fermented. Make sure you stay it on daily basis for these 4 days. But if you are not using aloe vera and papaya leaf, you can ferment the feed alone. Don't allow it to stay more than 24 hours. Then you feed them. Make sure the water is clean and allow it, and make sure you turn it on daily basis so that they will soak well and get well fermented. Introduce this fermented feed to your poultry beds. Introduce it to your poultry beds on daily basis. You're going to see amazing results, very powerful results you're going to get in your, the growth will increase, the egg will increase, everything about their body mass will increase within a short period of time. It is very important. Thank you for watching this video. If this video interests you, please give it a thumb up, share the video to reach more farmers, and if you are not subscribed to the channel, this is the best time for you to subscribe and activate the bell to show that anytime we release any video or updates on this particular topic or any other topic on poultry and livestock animals, you get notified by this wonderful app. Thank you for watching. Till I come your way with another loading very soon. Bye for now.